it's louder than Japan. Like, you're never gonna believe this. It's so crazy.
I mean, I love the culture in Korea is so exciting.
Shop on eBay regularly because he's trying to find the perfect Ryu jersey from Toronto, from the Dodgers. He hasn't found the ones he wants yet, so he's shopping.
What was your first reaction that told you guys that I'm gonna play in Korea? What was first reaction?
I was so excited.
So excited, really?
Well, Ryan had played, he was released by Kansas City. And so then he played independent ball for like a month. And then he had an offer to Taiwan, went and played in Taiwan. And then the next year started in indie ball and then came here. So I remember we knew we really wanted to go back to Asia. We just really liked it. So we were like maybe Japan or Korea or Taiwan again. Like, I don't know. And then I remember it was so weird. It was like a Thursday and I prayed. I was like, God, please let there be something from Asia. Like, I feel like Ryan is so ready to go somewhere else. Like, he's so ready. God, please. And so it was so weird that Friday morning, Ryan was like, you'll never guess. My agent just called me and said that Korea needs a 6-week temporary player.
Last year, right?
And he was like, what do you think? I was like, yes. So we found out on Friday, got the offer Saturday, and then left Monday.
Whoa.
So it was like
That's
super,
right.
so ours was really weird. Ours was like way the other way. Like, we really wanted it, and then it just was like very serendipitous.
I mean, I'm just so grateful to be here. I know last year I was a temporary player to start out, so I'm just very grateful to be here.
I don't know a better word for that. But.
Yeah.
And then
That's
I know
such a
yours is
great story.
interesting.
We had a different experience. Like, just to be totally honest, like, because we're both very close to our families, and so to be international for 3 years, it just kind of like took a toll on us. Like, we had a really incredible time in Japan, and just like getting to be in the culture that long was such a incredible experience. But I think emotionally, we were like, we just need to be around our people. So we left. There were actually like Korean scouts that used to come to all of Cody's games when we were in Japan, and they're like, you're coming to Korea? And I was like, no, we're not. Like, I'm going home. Like, I'm gonna stay at my parents' house for a month. Like, I just need to be with my family. I don't know. It was just kind of like the dust needed to settle in a way. And so for us, like, when we decided, I think we just felt like really emotional about coming home. And we're like, I don't know if we're ready to do it again. Like learning a new language, you know, and just like going through that whole process, it just seemed really intimidating. Right. And so I think for me, mostly because we were talking about starting a family and like we wanted to get a dog and just like, you know, like nest a little bit. And it was just scary. Yeah. And so yeah, and then the team kept sending me information about like why it's gonna be so much fun, and they kept sending me Haley's Instagram of like this is what you can do. Funny. This is who you get to hang out with. This is like she will be your friend. This is Haley Brooke. You should come and sign with us. I was like, they were trying. I
had no idea. I was like, oh, she's gonna be my friend. Cool.
Yeah, no, they were just like, you get Haley and we get Cody, and I was like, okay, that's a good trade.
It worked out really well.
It worked out really good, but honestly, there were just kind of the same serendipitous things. Like when we decided we were gonna go, the team, like we called them on a Thursday. They were in Tennessee, which is like a 20-hour flight. Within 48 hours, they were there like overnight pretty much. It felt like the universe was like, this is where you're supposed to be. And so we were literally like, okay. It was just like so perfect. So I think once we got over that fear of like new culture, new language, new people, new team, like everything has just been so much fun. It's been so wonderful. We were just talking about this yesterday about how coming to Korea has been such a lesson of like when you think I'm never gonna do that, we're not gonna do it, and you like put your foot down, and then it's so much better than you think it's gonna be. Like once you get over the fear,
Right.
So it's been really special.
Yeah, I totally understand about the fear.
Yeah.
Of that like, new country. Yeah.
Yeah.
I understand. But you guys still enjoying it, right?
Oh, we're loving it. That's what I mean. It's been amazing.
It worked out really well.
Worked out real well. Went to Australia.
Yeah, Australia. We really like
Japan.
spring training.
You went to like Japan too, right? You went to spring
I didn't
camp.
end up going. Yeah.
I did part of the Okinawa.
Okinawa. In the US, it's a common thing that traveling with a husband.
Yeah.
with family, but here it's not really like common thing.
Yes.
I think the Korean culture, nobody do
You
that.
come next year?
Come next year.
I should try. I mean,
It's so much fun.
yeah, I know.
We had a blast.
If he does it, it makes it okay.
Yeah, that's true.
He sets this. He's
Yeah.
a trendsetter.
I can break it.
yeah, exactly.
If you do it, you make it cool.
Yeah, that's true. All the wives are gonna come now.
That's what I'm saying.
I saw your Instagram that you wrote about how like different
Oh yeah.
the culture from yours.
Part 2 about things in Korea that would send an American into a coma. It's impossible to take a photo quietly in Korea. You get so many public safety announcements. I'll show some examples here. People just like don't steal things. You can leave your wallet, your phone, whatever. If somebody forgets something, they expect it to be there when they get back.
Could you share some of them? What
There's a lot.
A lot, but
We've had a good one together.
what was it?
We went to Busan and they have like the best hotel for the team and they have an enormous spa and so you go in like completely naked and you know the little showers and stuff, everything's naked, everything. So I was prepping Emma before we went. I was like, it's a little different than America. You would never
naked.
do that ever.
Very naked. With the body scrub. Is that what you're gonna say?
Oh yeah, the body scrub. They
The with green something like a.
Yeah, so they like scrub your body. So we
Yeah.
went to the Busan thing.
Did you
The
guys?
spa. Yeah, we did it because I've done
did
it
do
once
it.
in Japan.
And
And it was great, but we didn't know that you're not supposed to do it like more than once a month. So we go back the next day.
we went the next day.
Oh my gosh, like took us too many layers of skin off. We were like
no
not
skin.
okay. No.
We were like burnt when we came out.
But did you feel good the first time?
Yes, the first time
The
was
first time
great.
was great. Second time, not
The second
great. Very
time I was
painful.
like, don't touch me. The first facial I ever got in Korea, Ryan came in the summertime, so I was kind of tan from being at the beach and whatever. And so I get a facial and I'm laying down and the girl's English was okay. So she says to me, don't worry, I'm gonna get rid of your sunburn. And I was like, oh no, it's tan. I like that. I like
Put
it.
many hours into this.
I did. Or one time I actually bought face cream, but I didn't know it was whitening cream. So I was like whitening. But you know, normally
Yeah.
like white Americans, we kind of like to get tan.
Right. Yeah.
We like a
Yeah,
little
yeah,
bit of
yeah.
sun.
Yeah.
So I was like, oh, it's whitening cream. I was like, oh no.
I think our baseball one that we always talk about is like you can't bring noise machines into baseball, like whistles.
Oh.
Or like at this last game, they had speakers and like a DJ booth like by the dancers. Not in America. Like no
Yeah.
way you could do that in America. Or like the flags or even bags. Like in America, you can't even
Yeah,
bring
right.
a bag like this in. It has to be like, I mean, you know, it's like a
can't
clear
bring your own
bag.
food, yeah.
Yeah, so it's like, I think the level of like comfort and safety that people feel here is really fun. There's just like trust.
I think the biggest difference is like America is such like an individualistic society versus like Korea and some other Asian countries being more collectivist. People are like much more like gift giving. Like if we see a fan, like they're gonna want to give something and like everybody kind of works together. It feels like if you leave your phone or your wallet on a table, it's like it's gonna be there when you get back.
You
It-
can find it.
Yes, it feels like everybody
Oh, it's
works
so great.
together a lot. And like in America, you know, there's good and bad things about both. I really like that in Korea, like it's not just about you, like it's about everybody. And I think like that's something that I feel like a lot of Americans should bring back is like being more caring about other people.
Yeah, it's pretty special.
That is pretty special.
And you call that as like jong.
Yes, jung
Yeah,
here.
it's a Korean thing, I think.
Yes, but it's hard to like articulate that to people who haven't been. So that's why I'm really hoping my family's going to be able to come because obviously they've heard a lot about it for a
They
while.
should.
So hopefully one of these days we can
Yeah.
find a way to make it happen.
So Hyunjin has like special winning routine, like about food and you know like sleeping hours and everything. Because you guys have too, right?
I feel like Cody has a lot of good ones.
A lot of.
Yes. Yeah, a lot of the sleep. I mean, I think like his performance things, like he's very routine in that way.
Yeah.
But I feel like
No lucky socks. You know,
No,
you know
I feel like
nothing's
he's
fun.
kinda
Lucky
Like,
underwear and everything.
no,
Yeah.
like my brother is so like this has to happen. Everybody's got to be there. This is when we're gonna see him.
Yeah.
It's like if these
That's
things
one
don't
thing right now.
happen, like
The famous NFL player, right?
that's George.
Wow.
I know.
Ryan's just very serious. Like
Very serious.
Ryan's a very serious person.
For the
like,
game, I mean
Yeah.
every game.
Yes. Well, I would say he's more serious than I am. He's kind of shy in general. So
But
it's
game
like,
day serious.
But game day, he's very serious, very locked in. So it's like he won't be as like jokey or laughy,
okay.
and like he'll just be like very focused. And then he's super fun after the game.
Yeah, it's like a light switch.
It is like a light switch.
So I want to talk about the running club too. So how did you start that club?
We were running in Australia a lot. She was already training for a race, and when we both re-signed or like signed to come to Hanwha this year, we started messaging each other on Instagram, and we were kind of joking, but we're like, we should start a run club in Korea, because then we can like run all over the place and meet a bunch of people.
Right. So then we talked about names. So then we did Home Run Club, because it's kind of funny.
That's
Home
a smart
Run
name.
Club.
The boys were so mad.
The guys did not like it.
hated it.
They did not like it.
They were like, we hate Home Run Club. We'll never be a part of it. And I'm like,
And now they go. They say hi.
That's why I'm not eating home number on the game day.
Yeah.
The home number, you know the snack name, right? Home number. It's Korean famous snack name, home number.
Oh.
I love that snack, but I don't eat on the game day.
really? Is it bad luck?
Way up.
It's home run.
Oh, like, oh, it is. That's what it's called. Oh, I get it now.
Home number.
I feel like
yeah,
I
no.
had one of those with our friend. I don't know. We'll have to look.
I wanna be in it.
You can come.
Do I have to run? Like
You can be in the walk
You
club
can do
with
the
me.
walk.
I do the walker. Because the other thing we realized is like, I think that's what we really wanted to convey with Run Club and like what we were doing is you don't have to run with Haley. Like you can walk it or you can run part of it. Like customize it to whatever works for you. And so I think that's why we've been getting such a great turnout is because people don't feel embarrassed that they
Right.
don't want to run.
Yeah, you can go.
and no pressure at all, right?
Yeah,
Start
no.
running.
Cody and Ryan did the walk club with us.
They did
last
the
night.
walk.
They were in the
I
walking
saw the
group.
picture.
Yeah.
How nervous you get on the game day? How nervous?
I was so nervous on Cody's game, and she's like, la la la, like it's fine. You know, like, but it's helpful because I can just get like, I'm just like sitting here like, what were you looking at? Like, come on, you know. I've never pitched a ball in my life. Like, what? And then,
I know.
And then on Ryan's game, I'm like, you know, like, let's go get food. Let's do this.
And I'm like,
yeah.
like watching the game, so stressed.
I feel like a statue, like at the stadium.
Yeah.
I don't really move. If it's the game going well, I just don't move. I don't
Yeah.
drink water.
Yeah. Oh,
She's
gonna
stuck.
pass
If there's a
out.
rain
I'm
delay,
under
she is
statue.
stuck.
남편분들이랑 어떻게 만나서 연애하고 결혼했는지 좀 궁금하거든요.
You have a good story too.
So Cody and I, we met online. We were both kind of passing through Nashville and like had.
Ooh, special guest.
Yay!
Shy guy.
Wow! Ryan, squeeze in with us.
We're about to tell the story of how we met.
Wow, I'll step out for this one.
Let her finish her story and then you tell how we met.
No, you're telling.
Hi, baby. Did you get your muffins? Sorry.
No, that was great.
Beyond you.
Cody and I, we met online and we were both kind of like just living our life. Like it just felt very, I'm almost 4 years older than Cody. And I was just like, absolutely not, there's no way. And so I immediately just like put him in the friend zone. And we were,
because he's younger.
yes, I don't know. I was
Why
just
not?
like, I don't know. You know what? I had dated some other athletes and it just like was really hard, like not fun experience. Yeah, and so I met him and so we were really good friends for 2 years.
Oh.
Yeah, and so we just like talked all the time and like we kind of like would do our own things but we were like kind of living our separate lives. And then randomly, my brother had a football game and I was like, I messaged him. I'm like, oh, you live in California. Like I knew exactly where he lived. I was like, oh, you live in California. Like we should get together sometime. And he was like, yes, love it. I'll pick you up, whatever. I'm in. Like,
He was waiting for this message.
He was ready. And then I got nervous. He was like so in that I was like, never mind, I'm scared. Like, oh, I have something to do with my family. And I just like backed out. He's like, oh, that's too bad. I'm going to Japan next week.
Oh.
I'll see you when I get back. And I was like, oh, what? Like, no, never mind. I don't need to see my family anymore, whatever. But I was like, I was trying to be very like, it's not meant to be. It's okay. Like, we're just supposed to be friends. And that's fine because he was like a really good friend of mine. And then with COVID, because we were like in the COVID year, Japan delayed it. And then my brother, it was kind of like serendipitous again. My brother ended up winning his playoff game. And so we were going back to LA that next week. Oh. And so I called him and he's like, you're going on a date with me. Like, we're locking this in. And so I was like,
I can hear his voice.
Yeah, right? Dude, he's so intense. So actually our very first date, we ended up going to one of his friend's wedding. Oh my gosh, I don't think I've ever really told this story like this. But okay, so I had just moved to Santa Fe, New Mexico. And it is a mountain town, like mountainous, like all I'm doing is going hiking with my dogs. The only thing I have with me is sweatpants and like outdoor like adventure clothes. That's it. So he's like, do you want to go to an LA wedding? And like, you know LA, like it's like fancy, right? Like I had nothing to wear. And so I called him, I was like, okay, I don't know if I can go. Like I can't show up. Okay. Like my best was like a denim dress. That was like, I can't do that. And so I was like, I can't wear that. So I called him and I was like, either you have to, kind of joking, I was like, you either have to pick up a dress for me or I can't, like, I don't want to go. And he's like, I was actually hoping you'd say that. And so then one of his, it was so, romantic. I know. And so then one of his like best girlfriends and him go shopping in LA. They pick out 2 different dresses. And then
it's like movie.
It was so shocking. And so then we pull up to the hotel and he's completely in glam. Like he is, like his hair's like slicked back. He looked so hot. It was so insane. He was like in this suit, and I get out and I'd been traveling all day. I'm in sweatpants. I have a mask on still because it's coated. And he gets out and he just goes. He like hands it to me. He's like, I like the pink one. And I was like in love, immediately in love. And so yeah, then we go to the wedding. We had so much fun. But then he left for Japan, and so we were like met each other, and it was so fun. And then he left for 6 months. And so then we were in like a long distance. And then after that I went to Japan and then he proposed like a couple months later. So it was like.
That was quick.
Yeah. Oh yeah, that's Cody. Like he's like, that's Cody. He's intense.
Wow.
I know.
He's so Cody.
I know, so Cody.
She said that's so Cody.
That's so Cody.
Yeah.
That's my guy. Oh, that's our wedding photo. Yeah, I love this photo. So this is where Cody and I kind of did our first, like, when he came to visit me. This is when I'm living in Santa Fe. But yeah, and then we ended up getting married there. And there was only 16 people. So cool. So we just did like a little wedding and then our dog.
Wow. And I feel like Ryan's watching you.
Yeah, do you
have to talk about that?
Yeah, I'll talk about Ryan's shy. Ryan's a very shy guy. Well, so in America over the summer, baseball players normally stay with like host families for like summer leagues, so they don't have to pay rent, for a short season. So we actually hosted his 2 best friends for like 2 summers.
His best friend.
Not him.
Okay.
His best friends. So we hosted them for I think 2 summers and a Christmas. And they had always talked about Ryan and had always said, oh my gosh, like you would love our 3rd friend, like you guys would get along so well, like whatever. But we were both dating other people. December 2019, I think. We were both single. I had happenstantially, he was with the D-backs, so I was in graduate school and I was planning a trip to Arizona for spring break. So his buddy was like, well, Ryan's in Arizona, you could finally meet him.
Oh.
Kind of make that happen. And so, what was it? He got my number from his friend Mitch, and he texted me something cute. He agonized over the message, allegedly. So he texted me and was basically like, you've met my 2 other friends. I heard it's time for you to like meet like the best one or something like that. And I was like, okay. So he calls me and we talked for like 3.5 hours on the phone. And so I was like, man, I'm like, ooh, I really like this guy. Like, this is crazy. I was like, I really don't want to wait another like month to meet him. So we planned it. So I was like, well, I'll just do a little mini weekend trip to Arizona before spring break. So it was the last day of the trip. And so I was about to leave and he looks at me and he goes, you're my girlfriend. Oh. And I said, wow. He said, you're my girlfriend. I was like, oh, I am? He was like, yes, we're now dating. So that's how we started. He just said, you're my girlfriend. I was like, okay. And so then visited him again. And then it was like, that was in January. And then he proposed.
Oh, that was quick too.
Very quick.
They were faster than us.
Yeah,
they're faster.
June 22nd. Is that right?
Whatever's 5 months after.
So yeah, he proposed and then we got married a year and 3 months later because it was still COVID.
Right.
He fell in love with Bear.
The whole time. Yeah, it was crazy. No, that was good.
Lovely stories. Thanks for sharing.
Yeah.
Fun to listen, right?
Yeah. I know, they're so fun.
Yeah. So actually today is like warming up. I think we should something fun later. So anything that you guys really want to do, or anything else that in Korea you haven't done it yet, but you guys really want to.
I haven't had a facial yet, so I really want to start doing. No, but I really want to start doing some skincare.
We were joking if our skin doesn't look like yours by the time we leave,
No, you guys
it
are
was a
great.
failure
Yeah.
of a trip.
Yeah.
Um, We've talked a lot about like the different food, and then
How about small intestine that I talked about?
yes,
Haven't
I
tried
would
that
try
one yet.
it.
I would try it. I would try it. I
I've
have
done
not
the
yet.
cow's tongue and the pig's feet.
Yeah, I take so much time today. It's okay. Like it's
Yes,
2 hours
I don't even know what
already.
time
No, it's
it
great.
is. Oh no, it's fine.
It was great talking to you, and we should meet up like pretty soon, right?
See you tomorrow.
Yes, and we'll see you tomorrow.
How about tomorrow?